And India lost a gentleman politician, Dr. Manmohan Singh. He would be best remembered as the man, the person who opened up India's economy in the year 1991. But his 10-year tenure as the Prime Minister was also a turning point for India's foreign policy. Take a look at this report.
True to this heritage, we commit ourselves to providing a firm and purposeful sense of direction to the reform process so that this ancient...
In 1991, the then Finance Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh ended his budget speech with a quote from Victor Hugo.
No power on earth can stop an idea whose time has come. The emergence of India as a major economic power in the world happens to be one such idea.
The finance minister in that budget speech did the unthinkable. He opened up the economy and saved the country from further sliding into a state of deep economic stress. Dr. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister of the country, arguably during the most turbulent times. He has been credited as the person who opened up the Indian economy and laid the foundation of economic liberalisation. Considered the father of liberalisation, he dared to do what India had not done in 50 long years. When Singh was appointed finance minister in 1991 by Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, India was on the brink of an economic collapse. The foreign exchange reserves had dwindled to levels that could barely cover a few weeks of essential imports like oil and fertilizers. Inflation was rising. Fiscal deficit was widening. India faced a balance of payments crisis. Adding to the challenge, the Soviet Union, a key trading partner, had collapsed, cutting off a major source of cheap oil and raw materials. The situation demanded urgent and bold action. Singh, with his deep understanding of economics, introduced a series of sweeping reforms to stabilize the economy and pave the way for long-term growth. In his famous budget speech of 1991, he made a major policy decision of fiscal adjustment and macroeconomic stabilization. He introduced the liberalisation, privatization and globalisation reforms and opened the economy for the world.
After 4 decades of planning for industrialization, we have now reached a stage of development. We should welcome this, rather than fear foreign investment. Our entrepreneurs are second to none.
Some of the important policies of the LPG reforms were the removal of the industrial Raj, dilution of the role of the public sector, reduction in import tariffs, market deregulation, and free entry to foreign investment and technology.
India's development is of tremendous significance for the future of the entire developing world. To realize our development potential, we have to unshackle the human spirit of creativity, idealism, adventure and enterprise that our people possess in abundant measure.
In 1991, the Reserve Bank of India pledged 46.91 tons of gold with the Bank of England and the Bank of Japan to raise $400 million, stabilizing the immediate crisis. Singh devalued the rupee to make Indian exports more competitive in global markets. He reduced import tariffs, dismantled restrictions in foreign trade, allowing India to integrate with the global economy. He presented a new industrial policy ending the license Raj. Industries were previously required to get approvals from most operations. The new policy deregulated nearly 80% of the industrial sector, reducing the number of industries reserved exclusively for the public sector from 17 to 8. This move encouraged private enterprises and foreign investment, fostering industrial growth and job creation. The measures undertaken by Dr. Manmohan Singh allowed banks to lend more freely, supporting economic expansion. Licensing requirements for bank branches were eased, interest rates were deregulated, creating a more competitive and efficient banking system. His reforms not only saved India from the brink of collapse, but also laid the foundation for sustained economic growth. The policies attracted foreign investments, boosted exports, created new industries. Millions of Indians were lifted out of poverty as job opportunities expanded. By dismantling socialist controls, India transitioned into a market-driven economy, setting the stage for its rise as one of the world's fastest-growing economies. Bureau Report, India Today.